And so, beloved one, a beautiful question and an answer that we hope will assist many. First of all, as you become more conscious, you become more perceptive. As you drop judgment, your perception becomes clearer and clearer. So, as you said, when you meet someone, you instantly have a perception about them. If you are on a low level of consciousness, your reaction, not perception so much, but your reaction to that person may be simply judged on their appearance. For example, there are those who still react to the color of a person's skin out of unconscious programming. As you become more aware, your perception moves beyond the obvious, and you start to tune in to the vibration, the presence of that person. And that is beautiful, because in that way, the communication that happens between you can be more beautiful, more helpful, more understanding that can be shared between the two of you, if it is that type of meeting or relationship. And understand that we are still and will remain in this duality for many years. It is not that suddenly humanity is going to move into the oneness. The speed at which you draw this oneness to you on an individual basis is up to you. And how much loving you direct towards yourself, how much compassion that you have for yourself and others. So we have to live life in this duality. And as we guide you in these processes, in this awakening to oneness program and beyond, we wish you to experience more and more of the sensation of oneness. We wish to assist you into moving deep awareness of the oneness of the quantum field, so that you are more and more in the background as you function in 3D. More and more in the background is the awareness of oneness. So you start to become, as they say, in the world but not of it. So what does this mean in your daily life? The more and more you can taste oneness, be aware of the oneness as you move through your life, the more powerful a creator you become, the more perceptive you become. And so if somebody comes into your life, you instantly get a feeling of them in many different levels. You can tune in to where they are still unconscious. You can feel if there's manipulation behind their behavior. You can gauge how much they love themselves, and so on. The other aspect that we are wishing for you to understand and then live is that by going deeper into these spaces we are drawing you into, your awareness of the third dimension of your physical reality will be built upon your being in the oneness more and more. Right now, you are in the third dimension with brief insights into oneness. We wish to reverse that in a sense, so that you are consciously more and more in the oneness, but living in the third dimension with the understanding that everyone and everything is part of the incredible ocean of energy. If you look at the ocean, there are waves, but there are smaller waves, and even smaller waves within this vast movement. The ocean of oneness is constantly moving, vibrating you in so many different ways. When somebody comes into your environment, they are a big wave. But there are more subtle waves happening also. The politics in your country, does that affect your communication, your experience with another? In such a subtle way, it is not so obvious. But as you start to live primarily from oneness, you will be amazed because you start to notice influences that are unseen. You start to understand and feel the effects of the new moon, solar flares, the position of your earth in relationship to the sun, winter, summer, in between. You start to perceive these influences in your own life and what is happening around you. And so, beloved one, and this is the importance or the opportunity of this series, is to start to be aware more and more that you exist in the oneness already. And that will start to change your relationship with your environment. We hope this helps.